For decades, long after the town was asleep, one man kept watch over this building. He walked these stairs, he locked these doors, he lived alone above a bank that held more than money. His name was Leslie Hussey. A resident caretaker of Barclays Bank here in Bude, a role he didn't just perform but lived. Day and night, this building wasn't just his workplace, it was his home. Back then, major banks relied on caretakers as their first line of security. They lived on site, they held every key, every door, every room. And for reasons we still don't fully understand, this place became Leslie's entire world. But the picture the records give us is only half the story, because local memory paints a very different side of him. A strong man, a forceful presence, someone people didn't mess with. Not loud, but intimidating. A man whose temper, according to more than one whisper in town, could flare quickly. These weren't stories from strangers. This was the reputation he carried, especially among those who grew up here. And then there was Barbara, an outsider, new to Bude. She married Leslie quickly, far quicker than many people expected. Locals would say he'd never had much luck with the girls around here. Some said they were very wary of him. Others said he kept to himself too much. So when a young woman from out of town married him so soon, it raised quiet eyebrows. Was it love? Loneliness? Or did Barbara simply not have time to learn the side of Leslie that locals already knew? They only had one child, unusual in the 1950s and 60s when big families were the norm. Was it choice? Was it circumstance? Or was the marriage more complicated than anyone realised? Their daughter was young when Barbara disappeared, and soon after she left Bude entirely, married, never returned. She asked for privacy. She stayed away from the town and the story for the rest of her life. What did she grow up seeing? And what, if anything, was she trying to escape? Through it all, Leslie stayed here, in the flat above the bank. Even after Barbara vanished, even after the family home at 2 Burnview became an option, he remained in this building. The same corridors, the same stairway, the same keys in his pocket every day. Some people dedicate themselves to their work. Others cling to the one place they can control. For Leslie, the bank was a fortress, a refuge, a shell around a life marked by silence and unanswered questions. But it also raises another possibility. Was he living above the bank or guarding something within it? When he eventually retired in the early 1970s, he left the flat and returned to the family home. His retirement was quiet. No public statements, no discussion of Barbara, no clarification of what happened. He died in 1985 at the age of 75, and whatever he knew died with him. So how do we see Leslie Hussey today? As a loyal caretaker watching over a building for more than 40 years, or as a man ensuring that no one ever disturbed what might lie beneath. Her wife who vanished, a daughter who fled, a lifetime spent guarding these walls. If Leslie carried a secret, he carried it alone for decades. But secrets like this rarely belong to just one person. So the real question isn't just what Leslie knew, but who else might have known it too. And next we turn to the only other person who lived through those years, the only one who might have seen something without realizing it, even as a child, their daughter.